Hello, my name is John Box, owner and broker in charge of Artha Associates, and welcome to another edition of Building Wealth Through Real Estate. Today's question is, John, explain the different types of leases in commercial real estate. This is an important topic because any stabilized investment property that you're looking at to invest in is going to be subject to leases. And understanding the different types of leases is critical in determining the amount of risk you as a potential landlord will incur. The first type of lease is referred to as a net lease and is the most favorable for a landlord. The net lease shifts the responsibility for the property's expenses to the tenant. Those expenses are property taxes, property insurance, and common area maintenance expenses. Within the net lease environment, there are different types. There's an absolute net lease. An absolute net lease means the tenant pays absolutely everything, and there are no landlord responsibilities. Even if the roof needs to be repaired or an HVAC unit goes out, it is the tenant's responsibility. An absolute net lease is a landlord's best friend and most desirable lease and should be reflected in the risk profile of that property. Other types of net leases are referred to either as maybe a triple net lease, which would require the tenant to pay for property taxes, insurance, common area maintenance, but not roof, structure, or parking lot repairs. Or it might be a double net lease. A double net lease would require the tenant to only pay for property taxes and insurance, but not any maintenance or repairs on the property. So again, make sure you understand what type of a net lease that is on the property, regardless of just saying it's a net lease. Also, there's something referred to as a gross lease, or usually a modified gross lease, and that has the tenant paying to the landlord one rental amount per month, regardless of the expenses on the property. This shifts most of the expenses to the landlord and therefore increases the risk. If the property taxes increase, it falls on the landlord. The tenant pays an agreed upon rental rate, and the landlord has to pay all the expenses, the property taxes, the property insurance, the maintenance and repair on the property, and if those change or if an unexpected repair comes up, the risk falls on the landlord. So when you see a modified gross lease, understand that the only tenant's responsibility under a modified gross lease is the utilities to that unit and anything within that unit that the tenant is needing to repair or maintain. The last type of lease that you may come across is referred to as a full service lease. And that has the landlord covering everything, even the utilities to the space itself. Under a modified gross, remember, the tenant paid one rental amount, but still paid their utilities into the space as well as their maintenance and repairs of anything within the suite. But a full service lease requires the landlord pay everything. So again, as you analyze the risk profile of the property, understand that a full service lease has the highest risk and is subject to use of all utilities and wear and tear on the property as you as a landlord. So under that scenario with the highest risk, you're going to want to get a higher cap rate to give you a rate of return sufficient to reward you for taking on that risk. When you analyze a real estate investment, make sure you understand the lease. The number one item that you should review during your due diligence is the lease, so you can understand exactly what you as a landlord will be responsible for during the ownership of that investment. These short videos are designed to provide a quick summary of a topic and aren't designed to give everything related to the subject. If you need additional information or have new questions, please reach out to us at questions@arthaassociates.com. Thank you and good luck in your real estate investing.